Welcome to Fantasy RC, an exciting new way to follow RC racing that rewards your knowledge of the sport. Just like other fantasy sports, Fantasy RC allows a player to pick and choose their teams, which then reward a user points based on how they perform. These points place you amongst an entire field of Fantasy RC players in a contest to see who has the best strategy. Your picks will not only score points based on their laps in time, but also by winning or setting the fast lap of their heat. Points are rewarded like this. A driver will get 10 points per lap that they complete. So let's say that they get 11 laps in 5 minutes and 5 seconds. This would earn them 10 laps worth of points, plus a percentage of their 11th lap based on their finishing time in relation to the average lap length. A driver can also get 10 points for a heat or main win, and 5 points for the fastest lap in their race. This means that a driver who doesn't set the fastest time of the round may still reward you with the most amount of points. Just like in other fantasy sports, success comes from finding the right matchups and picking your team carefully. Strategy becomes an even bigger factor during the main events. While picking a person who is qualified into the semifinals is always a smart choice, you may consider choosing a driver who didn't qualify well, but is capable of bumping up several times. This strategy could potentially gain a player more points based on completed laps, but is also a gamble. Your Fantasy RC team will consist of 2 drivers from each IFMAR sanctioning block for each round of qualifying and the finals. You can select your drivers for each round before the event or right before each race. Your roster is fully changeable up until each of your picked drivers starts their race. Just like in other fantasy sports, the most talented competitor may not be the best fantasy pick. You must determine who you think will gain the most points based on matchups and driver tendencies. For instance, a driver who turns the fastest laps, but usually only completes 1 or 2 clean runs, may end up not scoring as many points as someone who isn't as fast, but is more consistent. Or if you are in need of points and feel that a careless driver has a fast run coming up, you can risk it and choose them. In the end, you're only as successful as your ability to sense when people will perform and when they won't. So sit back, study the field, and make your picks wisely. Good luck and enjoy Fantasy RC, brought to you by LiveRC.com and AKA.